Welcome to the Great Western Forum here in Inglewood, California. I'm Tom Kelly along with Fernando Paramo. And boxing tonight, and a fine card for you. We think you're really going to enjoy it. Our opening bout tonight has young Dick Tiger going against Winky Wright. Ronald Winky Wright, who's out of St. Petersburg, Florida. 10 rounds in the junior middleweight division. And these two guys are a couple of pretty good fighters. Should be an interesting opener. Jimmy Lennon Jr. standing by for the introductions. Let's go to the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the home of championship boxing, the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. As once again, we have a big night of action coming your way, brought to you by Forum Boxing Incorporated and Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers. At this time, we present the officials appointed by the California State Athletic Commission. Our physicians at ringside, the father-son fight doctor team of Dr. Robert and Dr. Adam Carnes, along with Dr. Perlman Hicks. Timekeeper at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Fred Peterson. Our referee in charge of this first bout, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Vince Delgado. All right, fans, here we go. This bout coming your way is one of our featured attractions, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing junior middleweights in action. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing gray trunks with red trim, and joining us from St. Petersburg, Florida. He weighed in at the junior middleweight limit of 154 pounds. His outstanding record stands at 31 wins, only one defeat, with 20 wins. Coming by way of knockout, please welcome the defending NABF Super Welterweight Champion, Ronald Winky Wright. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round non-title featured attraction. He is wearing black trunks with tiger stripe trim, hailing from Los Angeles by way of Nigeria, Africa. He weighed in at a ready 153 3/4 pounds. With a record of 31 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw, he has 20 wins. Coming by way of knockout, introducing young Dick Tiger. Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Vince Delgado.
Okay, Dick, get around. You had my instructions. Good luck.
Well, Vince Delgado keeps it short and to the point. Tail of the tape, Tiger's 5'8" and Wright's 1.5 inches taller. He is about a 1/4 of a pound heavier. He is the same age at 31, and in the reach department, little to choose from. They both have a reach of about 72 inches. All right, out they come, scheduled for 10. And would you believe we got a couple of southpaws, Fernando?
Well, Dick Tiger is converted southpaw. Winky Wright is a natural southpaw.
Am I a little confused here? I was under the impression that Wright was only 23 years of age. And we had them both listed at 31. He is 23, not 31. So he's got an 8-year advantage. Strangely enough, this guy's got an amazing record. 31 wins and only 1 loss. And that loss came to Julio Cesar Vasquez. And he's been doing all of his fighting in Europe.
Well, apparently at one point in his career, he decided to go to France, get away from the U.S. for a while. And that's the reason that he got his chance fighting over there for the Arcadius brothers.
He's big and strong. And Tiger, who has been a fine campaigner down through the years, has had some difficult times of late. He beat Lupe Aquino. And then he lost to Shibata Flores, had a draw with Yori Boy Campos, and lost to Jaime Yanez. He's had some tough going.
He's had a no mercy management. They put him up against anybody that requires his services, and he will go up against anybody.
Well, they have a tendency, a lot of people in boxing take advantage of a kid who's, if you say you're going to fight tomorrow, he's ready to fight. And he never asks who or for how, you know, that type of thing. Not to say that that's how Tiger's been handled, but a lot of people in the business are handled that way, and their record certainly shows it.
Now, take for instance this fight. He's been fighting at 147. He's been doing good at 147. He's taken this fight at 154. He's weighing 153 tonight, but that's above his normal weight.
And the guy he's fighting is the NABF junior middleweight champion. That's Winky Wright. So 154 pounds is a very natural thing for him.
And I think you will see that difference when they start landing punches. The heavier punches will be coming from Winky. Or at least they will seem that way.
Yes. Wright is in the gray trunks. They're both southpaws. And young Dick Tiger, out of Nigeria originally, in the black with the tiger stripes down the side. Not to be confused now with the original Dick Tiger. If you're an older member of the youth group, well, you might remember the original Dick Tiger.
Well, this Tiger was nicknamed by Harry Cavaco. He gave him that nickname as soon as he got him for his promotions in 1985, right?
Coming to the end of round number 1. It's scheduled for 10. We'll be right back. We come for round number 2, junior middleweights. That's Wright in the gray. Dick Tiger is in the black and the stripes. Tiger, I thought, looked to be in trouble, not only in round 1, Fernando Paramo, but when he was walking back to his corner.
He seemed to be hurt both when he was hit, even with this kind of jabs he's been feeling them. And that's what makes the difference of the weight, the natural weight against a weight that is right now way above his normal, at least 7 pounds above his weight.
He came in at 153, of course. That's the give or take a half pound, the junior middleweight limit, 154. But the other guy is a bona fide junior middleweight. And Dick Tiger put on a few pounds to get up there, but putting on a few pounds is a lot different than having the poundage on you and being able to fight with it. It's the other guy's a natural junior middleweight at 154.
It also hurts Tiger, which is not a one knockout puncher.
No.
Or a one punch knockout artist.
Willing and game, tough, always ready to give the crowd its money's worth. But he might be overmatched against this kid tonight, who has a record of 31-1 and has won 15 of his last 16. I don't know how Antonio Curtis found him. He's been fighting in Europe. His home is St. Petersburg, Florida. Looks like Antonio has come up with another fine prospect for future cards here at the Great Western Forum.
Well, Curtis seems to fight him continuously.
It's the second round of a scheduled 10-rounder. Wright bangs away with that right hand and has scored effectively with it, with the jab and banging away to the body. Tiger throwing a left of his own, trying to counter with it, but so far, Wright seems to have the edge.
Even in the punches that Tiger has connected, there's been no effect at all on Winky.
He'd rather be known as Winky than his given name of Ronald. Makes Tiger miss, belts him a couple of shots as Tiger throws himself off balance. Tiger working hard in the corner. It's Delgado's the referee, comes over and separates the two men.
I think he finally found a place where he can be effective, which is very much inside, in the inside fighting, although I don't know how long he can stay there.
Well, not only that, but he pays a pretty good price getting in. Just doesn't come easy for him to get inside and work against Wright. Wright makes him pay for every step forward. Round 2 coming to a close. There's the bell.
Well,
Tiger doesn't seem like the guy that is going to go the distance.
Don't let him sit. Make sure
We're in the corner with Wright.
And once you step into the side after you punch, don't let it.
Put the mouthpiece in there.
Get your wind. Relax, relax, relax. Spit it out.
I don't think there's much more that they can tell him. Just leave well enough alone at this point.
Meantime, across the ring.
You go outside, come up the middle. It ain't time for that punch yet. What Kevin told you to do. You too far away.
You gotta get close.
You gotta get close so we do
Use
that.
that jab and slip. Come on now.
Yeah, just double up on the jab.
You
Keep
making
following
him
the jab.
miss, you gotta make him pay.
Yeah, but he's too far away, so you gotta get on the jab. Yeah, off the jab.
Well, they want Tiger to get inside, Fernando. He didn't seem to be too convinced that that was the best way to go.
He seemed effective for a little bit. Well, he had him in his own corner there, but Winky went out immediately, started using his reach advantage. Although it says that it's the same, it looks like he does have a reach advantage.
Yep. Wright is in the gray trunks, in the black. Young Dick Tiger. Wright with a very impressive mark of 31 wins and only 1 loss and 20 knockouts. 31 victories also for young Dick Tiger, but 14 losses, 20 knockouts out of his 31 victories.
Technically, they're both pretty well schooled. They both had a good amateur career. Tiger had 85 with 5. Winky Wright had 65 with 4 defeats, so they are experienced. It shows.
Wright's a bona fide junior middleweight. Is the NABF junior middleweight champion, North American Boxing Federation. Nice series of punches thrown there by young Dick Tiger.
He has to go inside. He has to be almost with his head against the chest of Winky if he has to be effective. But then again, he's risking too much.
Oh, nice combination by Wright. A couple of nice counter punches through that right jab and the left right behind it. Two southpaws, so neither man has an advantage in that regard. Wright drops a left hand on Tiger. Tiger comes in, flailing away, Wright tying him up for the most part, catching a lot of punches on the arms and elbows.
And also, while going up in weight, Tiger seems to be slowing down as opposed to fighting at 147, in which he seems a lot faster than this.
Weighed 153 and change, and catches a nice left-right combination thrown by Wright. And Wright, of course, at 154. A couple of big left hands by young Dick Tiger, one of which connected. But as Fernando said a few moments ago, he's not known as a one-punch knockout type guy. He's got to wear you down and beat you down and then get you that way. Whoa! Tiger's in trouble. Wright caught him with a solid right hand, and he's not letting up. He's got him in trouble.
He's out on his feet.
Yes, he is almost out on his feet. Vince Delgado looking him over. 10 seconds remaining here in this, the 3rd round, and young Dick Tiger is in big trouble. Delgado wants to stop it, but he doesn't know how, I don't think. There's the bell.
Well, you have to remember that in his last fight against Shibata Flores, the same thing happened. He was not throwing punches back when the referee interceded and stopped the fight.
All right, you took a shot. Relax. Okay.
You know, quite frankly, Delgado didn't know how to stop that thing.
He should have stopped it.
He wanted to.
Where? They're asking him where he's at.
Come on. Relax.
Take another look at it. Delgado is watching Tiger get pasted with everything. He wants to step in there. He tries to come between the two men. No return punches at all. Now there's Delgado. He steps in like he wants to stop it and then doesn't. And in the meantime, Tiger continues to be punished. Finally, the bell. Across the way, the doctors had come in and they were asking him questions like, tell me where you are.
Yeah, all he answered was, I'm okay, I'm okay. They told him that they're just going to give him one good round. If he doesn't improve, they're going to stop the fight.
Well, he's going to have to nail Wright with something and put Wright down, or he is in big trouble and is going to take an awful beating here. And Wright, clearly the bigger hitter of these two guys at 154, and he is just drilling Young Dick Tiger with that right hand, using the jab, Fernando, and the uppercut, and he's nailing him almost every time he throws it.
Well, Tiger is doing exactly the opposite of what he should be doing. He should be moving away, staying away, trying to clear his head a little bit, and yet he's going full force forward.
He is trying to make up for a round that he was clearly battered about in, and trying to do it in a quick 3 minutes. Not easy to do because Wright has not been hurt. He is picking him off, and Tiger expending a lot of energy. I don't think he's got that much to expend. He's not hurting Wright. He's not catching him. Well, the better served just to try and box him for 3 minutes.
The one thing you can question Tiger's chin sometimes is lack of power, but not his heart.
Oh, no. No. And again, Wright drops in a couple of straight jabs. There's another one. Watch that left hand now. That'll be coming toward Tiger in a moment once he gets that jab to set it up. Oh, no, you can't question the heart, the courage, the desire of young Dick Tiger. But he is overmatched here tonight, I'm afraid.
And if you recall that one last fight, he was being hit. He's being hit harder now than he was being hit at that fight.
Yep. Right hand and uppercut jolted Tiger, brought a new one and off from the crowd. Wright looks as though he's just waiting to drop that left hand on him.
At one point, Winky will realize that he has no opponent in front of him, that he can pretty much run over Tiger at this point. Especially now, he's very susceptible now to being hit.
Yes, he is. Tiger really doing more in this round, though it is not all that effective, but he's doing more in the way of fighting than Wright is. But every time Wright hits him, he hurts him. Wright just isn't really following up much of an advantage, one that he certainly had at the end of round number 3. We're in round number 4, scheduled for 10.
It just seems now that Wright is just waiting for that one opening to land the big punch and finish it early.
Tiger's corner wants him to get inside, would seem to be the place to be, but every time he takes a step forward or looks like he's going to get inside, Wright nails him. Round number 4 coming to a close, scheduled for 10. We'll be back after this. Round is Dick Tiger needed. He got an extra 25 or maybe 30 seconds. That round was about 3.5 minutes. The timer blew it down at the other end. And if Tiger needed 3 minutes just to coast, he had to be a very busy guy. It really was a very good round.
I think it was his best round so far.
It was, but I mean, to have to go that
3.5, especially coming up a round in which he was hurt so badly.
Can you believe, Fernando, the round was 3 minutes and 50 seconds?
One of the few instances in which you know that they blew it.
Almost a 4-minute round.
And supposedly they have 2 clocks, 2 stopwatches for that time. I guess neither of them work.
Maybe one of them was a sundial. You never can tell, you know, or the hourglass or something. Huh? Maybe the old egg timer. Well, it was the best round that young Dick Tiger's had, but I don't think he did anything to hurt Wright. Take a look at the scorecard of Fernando Paramo. He's got Wright ahead by 3 points.
I gave Wright a 10-8 round in the 3rd. And only 1 round for Tiger, which has been the 4th.
The last one, right. Scheduled for 10. Tiger looked for all the world like he was going to go down in round number 3. He came back and fought quite well enough to win.
And you
perhaps.
Now Wright goes into another side of his well, basically, routinely, he either knocks you out in 4 rounds or goes the distance with you. He's only knocked out 1 guy in the 8th round in his whole career.
Well, he is nailing young Dick Tiger with that right-hand jab, and he comes back and throws a left behind it, both of which score, and they score again. Tiger trying to find Wright at long range, can't locate him. And remember, he's not nearly as big a hitter as Wright is. Tiger is just kind of a wind-up machine. He's going to throw punches as long as he's there. He may be too far away for any of them to be effective or land, but it won't stop him from trying. He's determined and courageous, and that, I think, maybe the best thing he's got going for him in this fight tonight. Courage, heart, and desire, because he seems to be in against a guy who hurts him when he hits him.
He fought Yori Boy Campas, another big hitter. He seems to be in the losing side of every major fight that he's had.
Beat Lupi Aquino and then gets nailed again by Wright. Wright nails him again.
I think Vince Delgado is watching it again very closely. I don't think he would have any problems intervening now and stopping it.
Looked for all the world like he wanted to stop it in the third, but he couldn't get between the two. Vince, of course, a former fighter himself in his younger days.
You know, Tiger had retired for about a year and 9 months after a couple of losses, and his career seemed to be finished, but he came back again, took a left-hand stance, and kept on going.
He's 31 years of age. Oh, big right hand that Wright buried right in his short ribs. Wright digs another right to the body. Tiger keeps walking in. Good right hand again by Wright, and another right. Tiger fights back, drives right into the ropes. I don't think Tiger is nearly as devastating a puncher as Wright. Doesn't seem to have that effect at any rate. And yet, for all the punches Wright has thrown and landed, why Tiger, though stumbling a bit, is still on his feet and headed back to his corner. Boxing fans, the Ringsiders Club offers you select seating, complimentary parking, and exclusive Forum Club membership. Join the Ringsiders Club and see the action up close and become part of the finest boxing program in America. Call now. Operators are standing by. 310-673-1773. Well, we're over there with Wright.
Off the jab. Rip that body like you're doing. That'll slow him down even more.
We're going to take a look at the punch again. Solid punches. You can tell immediately how it affects Tiger. Another angle.
Tiger coming back, but for the most part, those punches either are missed, slipped, and Wright getting away or catching him, for the most part, ineffective. Young Dick Tiger. Here we go. Round number 6, scheduled for 10. I must admit that I thought it would be over in the 4th round, but for some strange reason, Fernando, as much trouble as Wright had Tiger in the 3rd, he frankly, I thought, lost the 4th round.
After that, he's picked it up again, and apparently now he's changing the strategy. He's going to box him from the outside and use his speed.
But what I'm getting at is, if you've got a guy so close that the referee, and you notice that, of course, is just a whisker away from stepping in and stopping it, wouldn't you come right out full guns blazing in the next round? He didn't seem to do that, did he?
Very calculating, very cold fighter. He's picking his spots now, and he knows that he's faster than Tiger,
and hits harder.
So I'm assuming that he's going to take it easy, try to coast as much as he can, and look for the an opening, and then try to land.
Both men are southpaws. That's right in the gray trunks, and young Dick Tiger in the black. Ronald Winky Wright out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Tiger originally out of Nigeria. Lives in Hollywood.
I think he lives in the gym because he's always in great shape. Maybe a few pounds. It just depends on the what the contract stipulates, but he's always in great shape.
It's in against a bona fide junior middleweight. Wright is the NABF junior middleweight champion. That's 154 pounds. And young Dick Tiger, we haven't seen him at 154. He's at 153 tonight. He's, as Fernando pointed out, better served at the welterweight 147 limit along in there, but
he's about as high as 168 or 160 when he fought here in California recently.
How long ago was that?
That was in May 10th, 158 against Armando Campas. But he loves to fight.
Yes. And he keeps chasing Wright, who keeps pot-shotting him here, there, and everywhere. Nice jab by Wright, that right hand, and the left that follows. Tiger working to the body, or trying to. Wright just bigger and stronger, I think.
I guess the only question at this point is, will Wright get tired as the fight progresses?
Oh, boy. Landing solid shots to Dick Tiger, who takes them, bounces back and up and down a little bit. 14 seconds remaining here in round number 6. I see the timekeeper's got his watch fixed, so we're back on schedule in that regard, and we'll be back after this.
Winky Wright's continue his pretty much his punching power ability over Tiger. There's just no stopping him at this point.
We pick up the action here in round 7. It's scheduled for 10. Either man has been down, though I'm of the opinion that Tiger's had enough cause to go down a couple of times, but while Wright had him in big trouble in round number 3, it just keeps dropping that right hand right in the middle of his face. Repeatedly, he has staggered Tiger, and he has hurt Tiger. He has not put him down.
And I think just a matter of whether or not Wright really pushes into the fight and ends it.
Tiger trying to get inside to do some effective work against Wright, but pays for every move he takes forward. Wright has jabbed him very well with that right hand and nailed him with some solid lefts. Tiger's corner trying to urge him on for the crowd.
And now Tiger is not even effective in the inside.
No, well, he hasn't been able to get there, Fernando. He does get inside while Wright's gone. Wright bangs him with that left and the right. Tiger has him over in his corner, but he can't keep him there, and Wright kind of shoves him away. Another left-right combination by Wright, bouncing up and down. Certainly has things going his way here in round number 7, scheduled for 10.
And fighting in France, he might have taken a little bit of that. It's not showboating as such, it's just boxing defensively. They applaud that type of boxing back in Europe.
Right, in case you just joined us, has had most of his fights in Europe, in France and in Germany. He's won 15 of his last 16, but he's been campaigning over there. So his home is St. Petersburg, Florida. He's got a marvelous record, 31-1. Solid, sharp punching by Wright, and young Dick Tiger completely befuddled, unable to cope with it, trying to find a way to get inside and do some good, and Wright just won't let him have any part of that. Round 7 coming to a close. Looks like Wright is content, Fernando, to go 10. Well, we'll see. At least about round number 8. As round 7 comes to a close, we'll be right back. Junior middleweight scrap, scheduled for 10. That is Ronald Winky Wright in the gray and young Dick Tiger in the black. Wright's had his own way throughout this entire bout, had Tiger in big trouble in round number 3, and strangely, at least to my way of thinking, kind of coasted in round number 4 and let Tiger do his best work, which really wasn't all that good, but Tiger did, I think, in the eyes of most people here at ringside, win the 4th round, just when it appeared that he was not even going to last through the 4th. Vince Delgado comes over and cautions him.
He's complaining that he's being held by Winky.
Both southpaws. Wright keeps popping away at Tiger, bangs him with that right jab, 2, 3, 4 unanswered punches, then he'll throw that left right behind it for a change of pace. In the meantime, Tiger continues to be befuddled,
bewildered,
And
beaten.
That's right, and beaten. He is getting beaten. No question about it. And knowing what a tough guy the Tiger is, that he's in at a weight he shouldn't be in at, and that this guy is no pushover. This guy's got a record of 31-1. He may not be the best in the world, but I'll tell you, he's an accomplished boxer, and he is really having his way
He's
tonight.
the best unknown fighter at this weight. If you take a look at the record, the rankings, everybody else there is Norris, Buddy McGirt, Vasquez, Padaway, Rossi.
Gianfranco Rossi, he's still fighting. He's older than I am, I think. I saw him fight against Donald Curry. Good Lord, in San Remo, Italy, about 8 years ago. In fact, I did the fight, and Rossi kept looking for a place to quit. Curry wanted to quit. Rossi finally quit before Curry did. Unbelievable. Gianfranco, he's still going strong, yeah? Well, I tell you, young Dick Tiger is a tenacious.
I think most fighters would have quit by now.
Oh, yeah. I think they would have
like this.
found any number of reasons, and legitimate ones, to have tossed it in. They will have to carry him out in his shield. Wright acted as though he got a finger stuck in the eye. Tiger continues to work hard, but Wright now drawing the ire of the fans a bit, dancing and moving around, covering up. Good, the best right hand Tiger threw, and Wright caught it on the gloves. Tiger keeps working hard, but I think it's a futile effort.
But I think that he won this round also, so at least that's 2 into his count.
That's the end of 8 rounds, scheduled for 10. Coming up, we've got the junior welterweight champion, WBO, Sammy Fuentes. He's in against Juanito Zanes, who at one time had 1-0. There's Sammy Fuentes. This is not a title defense for the Hurricane from Hermosa Beach. You talk about a tough guy. He's been up and he's been down, and all of a sudden he's now up, and he wants to stay right there. Here is Soberanes, who they couldn't beat him in the ring, Fernando, but the guys in the bars beat him.
They sure
did. And John Barleycorn got him. He's trying to get his career back on track. At one time, this kid, he's only 27, was 31-0. That'll be coming up. Our main event. Fuentes, of course, wants a shot at De La Hoya. 78-73, Fernando's card. You've thought that Wright has fought a bit better than I have, I guess, because I would have it almost a shutout.
Well, I think the Tiger won the
thought he won the last round,
and the 8th round.
I gave him the 4th. I didn't give him the last one.
I think that at this point, Wright is just, at least in the last round, he just went into a defensive mode and tried to land a few jabs, and if they didn't work, he just kept on going back.
Well, there's 2 good jabs and a left hand thrown by Wright, all of which landed, and the Tiger's still trying to find him. How about that set of punches? Boy, Wright just kind of sat right down and hit him with about 5 good shots, Fernando.
It just seems that he can hit him every time he wants to, it's just that he doesn't want to.
Each one of these fighters has 20 knockouts to his record. But bear in mind that young Dick Tiger really has moved up a bit at 153 pounds. He's in against a guy who's a bona fide junior middleweight.
Also, Tiger has the 20 knockouts in 46 fights as opposed to 20 knockouts in 32 fights by Wright.
Winky Wright in the gray.
And Tiger is now in a position that he has to knock out Wright, something that looks very difficult.
Yeah.
Not only at this time, it looked difficult since the beginning of the fight.
Back in round number 3, Vince Delgado, for all the world, looked like a man who wanted to go in. Tiger is staggering now, comes fighting back. It's only his heart and courage that keeps him throwing punches. but I don't think he can seriously hurt Wright. I could be wrong, but back to round number 3, Delgado just didn't know how to step between the two and stop that fight. He wanted to.
And now he also wants to. It's just that Wright hasn't given him the chance. Hasn't been hitting Tiger enough, and when he does, Tiger answers.
Tiger does take a punch. Look at that left hand.
I think that might be the beginning of the end.
Another one. It's Tiger, and another one. Drives him back. Tiger misses, and Wright hits him with a right, then a left. Tiger's in trouble again, and now Delgado is going to stop it. Tiger doesn't want him to, but Delgado stopped it.
And again, Tiger's complaining.
Yes, Tiger is complaining, and the crowd is joining him in the complaints. But it might have been about 6 rounds late, but it could easily have happened in round number 3, to my way of thinking. I don't think Tiger was going to be any better served by being allowed to take some punishment in rounds 9 and 10 like he was getting. And I don't think he was going to win it. Let's watch the end of it. And you've seen it all now. You tell me if Delgado did a good job. I think he did. Look at that left hand. Now watch, here comes another one. And Tiger takes a right and then a left. And Delgado says, I've seen enough. And I, for one, can't fault that. Watch it again now. See the left? Right backs him up. Misses with the left. Bang! Hits him with the right. Bang with the left. Just misses with the right, hits him with another left and another right. And you see all of those punches unanswered, basically, by young Dick Tiger. Try as hard as he did, he just couldn't answer. And so the fight is stopped. We'll get the official call, and Fernando will be up in the ring. We'll be right back to the Forum. Forum Boxing is brought to you by Beechwood-aged Budweiser, the king of beers. This Bud's for you. And by West Coast Detectives. Transportation and protective services worldwide since 1922, headquartered in North Hollywood, California. Well, referee Vince Delgado stopped it in the 9th round. A KO win for Winky Wright. And a fight that some of us here bring